Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. You don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead. Velma's not so bad, long as you avoid her when she's stressed.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your mouth like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
He'll be back eventually. Can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I made about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So it's about money.
Damn right it is.
You're just giving Grimm's poster away. Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Alright, alright.
Fine by me.
Alright. What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Surely you can make him come back.
Not on Monarch. Sanjar threw out the old work mandates and penalties.
That's good, right?
Sure. Until your workers start making ridiculous demands.
Why don't you just pay them more?
Because we've got a budget, alright? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Alright. You said Braxton has been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you not to say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground Six spacer.
Okay, let's leave. Okay, let's go talk to Grim, I guess.
Sounds like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work.
Fuck me, is that what the fuck is this? A fucking building with no entrances.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I play for Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Don't you recognize me?
I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch?
This is part of a goodwill tour of Halcyon. We're meeting our fans across the colony.
Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you?
Velma tells me you outbid Grim for a signed poster.
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
I think it's really brave of you to outbid Sanjay's best friend.
You mean dopey landing pad Grim? I didn't know he and Mr. Nandi were friends. I guess that changes things. Fine. Tell Velma that I don't want the poster anymore. I'll find something else to hang in my shop.
Said you're having trouble receiving a tossball game transmissions?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
That's all for now. What the fuck? What the fuck's the point of this room?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Can we talk about the arrangement of Grim's poster?
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Nell's no longer interested in the poster.
That's a surprise. Tossball being part of her business and all. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
Alright, let's leave. Go find Grim, who should be out in the streets somewhere. There he is.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Here it is.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Tossball blocker, stagger, poison. Yeah, no, that's going straight to the vendor. That's fucking not even. Wait. 5.6. Fuck that. I'm breaking it right in front of him. go up to the yacht club.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Yeah, Captain Asher the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
What are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad that it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
We need to talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Any suggestions for how to put the pressure on Velma's negotiation?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about blackmail?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Talk to you later. Find this guy's stash, I guess. Maybe up in here.
Help! Someone's been killed!
The fuck?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Pull yourself together and tell me what happened.
I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Restore some of your when you deal a critical hit. This effect has a cooldown. Yeah. Search the apartment for clues. Several ragged outfits, all the same cut and colour, were stuffed into this suitcase. Tossball betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called the Mosley Colonists from the left field betting agency. see. Oh, of course. You can't jump across onto the fucking thing where there's no fucking way of getting around it.
Hey, I saw that! That's against regulation.
Fuck. Why give me the option to... It doesn't even say red. It should say red for breaking into it.
What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
I don't have time for this.
Okay, so that stash is pretty much impossible to get into. That's great. Okay, fuck Caleb. Let's say Caleb's living off a stash of bits. It's keeping it its own. Okay, so the whole point of that is to make sure the whole point of that, I guess, is to make sure he has no money, so he has to go back to work. Okay, whatever. Fuck. Keep getting tricked into going into the wrong buildings.
If it isn't the famous hacker, enjoying Stellar Bay. What can I do for you?
I found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So who did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for Rap Musk.
Okay, let's run up back over here.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time. Sorry, I thought you were coding. It's a wonderful direction.
Alright. Oh, here, okay.
Who the fuck are you? This ain't your alley.
Beat it. Beat it.
Hmm?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley.
Secret.
Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Wrong answer. Oh shit. There we are. Let's level up as well. Good measure. Alright, sneak up as high as possible, I guess. Perks. Recharge rate for our TDD, I guess. TTD, yeah, that's what it's called. See how fast it goes up. That's pretty fast.
A fine day for business, isn't it? Anyway, what can I do for you?
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that's terrible. What happened?
I've taken care of it. The kills are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Something to be said for that.
Live and learn, I suppose. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
I've got to go. Alright, let's have a look, Andy. Braxton's apartment.
Whatever you do, don't mention tossball to Isaac. He'll...
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
You've been taking drugs. Oh wait, no. Let's persuade. Let's do persuasion. Relax, no one's in trouble. I'm just looking for a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
That's all I need to know. Stay out. Laura, I know you're reading this down, my things.
Everything's spinning. I'm just gonna take it easy, okay?
Alright, let's think. Journal. Okay, well I got my sneak level up. Maybe I can get away with this. There we are. And do the classic Fallout trick of guaranteeing everything is taken whilst I'm still hidden.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
I need to talk to you about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Bad news. You don't have any. You don't have the savings you think you do.
What? Something happened to our stashed bit carts? But I hid it so careful. No one saw me put the lockbox on my balcony. No one goes up there but me. We must be dealing with some sort of criminal mastermind. Well, if we can't afford to skip work, we ain't got no leverage. Space me, but good. I guess you ought to tell Velma we're coming back to work.
The fuck? What's that?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Let's talk about Caleb.
You knocked any sense into him yet?
Caleb's suddenly too broke to strike. He's coming back.
Funny how that works out. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay.
There was nothing
Something
honest
else
about how
on
we
your
did
mind?
it. Talk to you later. Right. See how our reputation's going. Groundbreaker, revering, agreeable. Sublight, salvage and shipping. Not a fan of us so far, and we haven't even met him, I don't think. Oh well. I will do a bunch of
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
There is only one toilet. There can only be one toilet. Alright. Save the game. I'm gonna go take a break. Get some food. Catch you in a bit.